cities here in China. The funny thing is, when I came to China, I went into a small city first.
Okay.
So it's completely the opposite of what you had. And I come from a big city back home. Mm-hmm. So it was a complete change. But yeah, from there I moved to bigger cities and basically found my own feet, my own ways of surviving, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Ollie, there's a lot of things people don't really understand. Although China is so easy, beautiful, and amazing country to live in, you still need to shape yourself as a personality and as a human to make it in the cities and this country.
And that's funny you say that, because that brings me on to a point of, I always see that there's kind of two different types of foreigners that come to live here. That's generalizing a lot, but two main types that I see.
From
and
what you can pick up.
Yeah, that one of them is how I would see both of us, where you're very open to a new culture. There are going to be some things that are tough to deal with. There are going to be some things that are very different, and you just have to kind of embrace it and roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And just have an open mind to anything that happens. And then you've got the other people who they don't embrace it, and they kind of seek for things to be exactly the same as they are in their own country, and find it really difficult to adapt. And they're the ones who tend to end up leaving quite quickly and becoming quite resentful about China.
They've got expectations, basically, right?
Yeah, and you definitely see this, because we'll occasionally bump into people who, even though they've been here for a year, 2 years, they are still extremely negative about this place. And that's one thing I can't understand, because, like, before coming here, my vision of what China was like was so wrong.
Yeah, Ollie, I kind of get what you are saying. You know, when I moved to China, I had this picture in my head about this country. I was fed this stereotypical scenery and feeling about China. And I can tell you this much. When I landed here and I got off that airport, my mind was instantly blown.
Yeah, me too.
I was shocked. I guess I was shocked because it was seriously not what I have expected. And as I got deeper into the cities, deeper into the culture, it just shaped me. I think, and that's a point I want to raise, it just shaped me into a more understanding person. Like, get to understand people first before you start to make judgments.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's one lesson I learned here in China. That's how China changed me, because I was kind of a guy that judged easy.
Right.
Back in the day. But yeah, China helped me to overcome that. And it's a hard lesson to learn, I guess, you know. When you basically think bad and talk bad about something or someone, and you are instantly proven wrong.
Right. I had the same thing, just in a slightly different way, I guess. Like, Dad had already been coming here for 10 years, and we all used to laugh and joke about him always talking about China when he came back to the UK.
Right.
And then that was quite a unique thing. Like, I don't know any of my friends back home who have had, like, somebody telling them about this country.
Right.
So you would think I'd be quite knowledgeable about it compared to other people. But still, I landed here and I was like, every single day I was coming across things that were like really surprising. Just little things, like seeing someone react to a situation, like, oh, that was kind of different to what I'm used to, or just seeing the way little cultural things are done, and going to the parks at 8 a.m. and seeing everyone out doing dancing, and just every day I was being mind blown with things. And one that really sticks out in my mind is this is slightly getting a little bit off topic here, but I was walking around at like 2 a.m. the first week I was here, and I saw a 16-year-old girl walking around on her phone. I was just stopped, like, in awe, like, holy moly, I've never seen that before in my life.
I totally agree on that one.
All of these things are starting to wrap up in my head, and I'm thinking, damn, I really made judgment about this place, and I'd never been here. And that taught me that now I can never do that. Like, if I start talking about any country that I've not been to, let's say North Korea or something, we all think we know a little bit what that's like, but I don't even like to talk about it now. I'm sure it's very different to what I imagine it to be.
Yeah. Mate, you are so right. You know, that line that says, don't judge a book by its covers, it never had meaning for me until China basically taught me that. But yeah, you were speaking about that young girl, 16 years old, walking alone on the phone. You must know I'm coming from a country called South Africa, where crime is a... Seeing that in China was blowing my mind as well. And let me tell you something, China changed me into not feeling fear for my life anymore. And that is one thing I had in South Africa constantly. So, yeah, man, I guess I trust society more. I actually see there's hope for humanity by walking the streets of China and seeing these people respecting each other, how peaceful they are, and basically they are not out to get you,
Right.
like in my country, man. So that's definitely one thing China taught me is to trust the society that you are in.
Just to spin this in a slightly different direction, I want to talk about, like, for me, I'd only ever lived in my little village, you know, since I was 20.